Hi, I'm Ray Myers, the Executive Director of the Asphalt Interlayer Association, or AIA. AIA has existed for almost 15 years, and our primary purpose was to demonstrate how interlayers benefit pavements. With the following videos, we want to demonstrate the newest opportunity to utilize interlayers with accomplishing smoothness and rideability when using a low-cost surface maintenance treatment. FHWA determined that smoothness reduces, number one, maintenance to the pavement itself, as well as maintenance to the vehicles traveling over that pavement. FHWA therefore established pavement smoothness requirements or standards, which they've passed on to the states, to the counties, and then eventually to the cities. So what we're proposing here today is a road smoothness maintenance treatment. With that, we will need to incorporate high-speed inertial profiling, micro-milling, and GRCS. If you're not familiar with those elements, don't be afraid. The upcoming 3 segments which we are producing will cover all of those in great detail. If we accomplish the road smoothness maintenance treatment as we're recommending, you end up with the following situations: a very smooth road, a completely sealed road, a roadway with a waterproofing membrane. Therefore, we have a dry aggregate base which increases the load-bearing capacity of the pavement section. We are recommending a surface maintenance treatment that has over 25 years of successful mitigating crack reflection. With this process, we also create a reduced heat island and reduce the underlying temperature of the asphalt pavement itself. A definite reduction in the use of natural resources will occur with this process. And last but not least, most importantly, all of this should be accomplished at much less cost than the process you might be using, such as an overlay or a mill and fill. The first interlayers were developed by the Phillips Petroleum Company in the late 60s, over 50 years ago. That was Petromat, or paving fabric, which was a polypropylene resin utilized to produce that product. In recent years, fiberglass and polyester blends have been utilized to develop paving mats. Last but not least are paving reinforcing grids. These are both composite, which are waterproof, and non-composite, which are not. All of the above products come in differing strengths depending on the requirements your specifier is looking for. Interlayers have time-tested proof that they enhance the performance of any surface treatment placed over them. Initially, they were used primarily under HMA overlays. However, unbeknownst to many of you is the fact that for over 30 years, interlayers have been placed under double chip seal. And that is why FHWA came up with the terminology GRCS. GRCS meaning Geosynthetic Reinforced Chip Seal. The benefits of an interlayer are, number one, mitigating crack reflection, number two, providing a waterproof membrane, and number three, specifically in the case of paving reinforcing grids, reinforcing the overlying AC lift. That was the target in the beginning and remains the benefit to this day. Now we have a huge opportunity. We can achieve pavement smoothness when placing a surface treatment with an interlayer if we combine that with inertial profiling as well as micro-milling. With this process, we will increase the pavement life, and if we increase the pavement life, we increase public safety. AIA has produced a 3-part video for your consideration. In the first segment following here, it is narrated by Skip Brown, who provides important details specifically about the double chip over and overlay, or the GRCS. He's been doing this process for over 30 years, but he will also cover asphalt issues in general. I believe you will find his tremendous experience to be invaluable. The second segment is on high-speed inertial profiling. This is about a 20-minute segment, goes into great detail covering IRI, international roughness, MRI, and those details will all be explained very explicitly so you understand. This is a tremendous technological advancement and something that allows us now to accomplish smoothness with the installation of a typical surface maintenance treatment. The last segment is on micromilling. In the past, I'm sure you're all familiar with conventional coarse milling. Coarse milling was utilizing drums of about 160 teeth. In contrast with that, micromilling has drums upwards of 800 teeth. Now we're talking about 3 millimeter or less than 1/8 of an inch spacing. So you end up with a very smooth surface. This does multiple things. Number one, in the case of coarse milling, the debris that remained in the 5/8 inch grooves couldn't be picked up by sweepers, could potentially create windshield damage or other deleterious aspects of the driving public. And number two, it didn't allow for the absolute optimum bond between the tack coat placed and the overlying lift, be it a chip seal or an interlayer. So we hope you find these videos very informative. However, we're quite comfortable you're going to have some questions. Please contact me at 800-650-2342. Thank you for your time and hope you enjoy the videos.